Hey everyone, this is week 11 of the Fantasy Cookout with your boys, Marque Wright and Mr. Davon Elder, Mr. Trade for Yourself. Catch them every Wednesday at 7 Eastern. All your trading knowledge, this market, we keep talking about it week by week, but hey, man, it keeps on going. And I swear this is going to be the biggest wealth transfer of our generation. So y'all need to catch on, learn, and get on board. Otherwise, you're going to be left in the dust.
Hey man, the market keeps on keeping on, man. Tap in.
Tap in. It's always a good time to enter the market, man. You just got to find your entry point. But continuing on, we're gonna talk about our usual first subject, our games of the week, the games we chose last week that interest us the most. And so we got 3 games that we chose. We're gonna let Marquis go first because his is the one that's actually concluded already. Falcons versus Bears. Now, Marquis, what did you think about this game?
Well, I think it was honestly for me, it was a great game. Falcons played from the first quarter to the fourth quarter, which is not something they always do. It wasn't no let up in them, and Justin Fields kept coming like he always do because the Bears are kind of a one-man show right now. He just kept pushing. But the defense showed up today, and they got him a W. So I think it was a great game to watch. It was a fun game just overall. When none too complicated, just two teams going at it near the bottom of the run. Everybody just need to win. So when you get to that point, everybody needs to win, and y'all gonna get a good game.
Yeah, like the most I liked about this game was that the Falcons have multiple running backs, right? They have multiple running backs. Like the Cordell Patterson injury helped them see that they have multiple options outside of him. So even when, Cordell is hurt or he gets tired during the game, they have other options. Like Caleb Huntley, he ran the rock a couple of times. Tyler Algier ran the rock a couple of times. It's a good backfield, but you still have Patterson that's a dominant. And like the one thing I kept on forgetting about Cordell Patterson, he was a punt returner, man. Like when he ran back that kickoff, man, I was like, jeez. He had gas in him still, and he 30 years old, man. I was like, he's out there smoking him. Yeah, I mean, hey,
yeah, man, he used to play for the Bears, so it's a very, very good storyline right there, So,
hey, but shout out Justin Fields, man. He played great today, man. Coming back home to Atlanta, I'm sure he had a lot of his family there at the game. So, he put on a show today, but it just wasn't enough.
But it's still, hey, if you own him in fantasy, man, you got the lottery pick of a lifetime.
Who'd have thought that, right?
Then we be talking about Justin Fields because Justin Fields was just sitting on like the waiver, just collecting dust, man. Like nobody was taking him, and now he is the most coveted quarterback because of his rushing ability. Like you haven't seen rushing like this.
Is he number one?
Really?
Isn't he the number one running back? Number one quarterback?
He's the number one running back.
Yeah, you're right.
But nah, man, it's crazy because like you haven't seen that kind of style of play for real. I mean, Lamar Jackson does it, from time to time, but like a quarterback who's heavily dependent on the run, Michael Vick. I mean, he used to, Vick used to make shows. He used to be like prime time watching Vick play. Yeah. And now it's like you're seeing that coming with Justin Fields. Like they're actually designing the offense around him, like on his run ability. And defenses can't stop it. I mean, I commend Atlanta's defense for actually, who is Garrett or Jared? Who's Jared?
Grady Jarrett, the DN. I thought he's defensive end, defensive tackle.
Yeah, Grady Jarrett. He did some work today. He earned every cent of his paycheck because he was keeping that. He's just keeping that presence around him the whole game, and he even though Kyle Pitts, my bad. Justin Fields got his runs in. It wasn't as bad as it was in these previous games where he's got like 150, 170, 180, yards running. So, I I don't like to give the Falcons too much credit because it goes to their head. And they'll go and lose out the rest of the season. But Falcons did their thing today. So congratulations, Falcons. Good job. Good job. All right. And so next we had the game I'm watching, right? And we're all watching. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Minnesota Vikings. Now, Cowboys putting something on them. It's 23-3 right now, in the third quarter.
Right.
I did not expect, man, they got that 1-2 punch now with Pollard and you got Zeke. It's like Minnesota can't stop. And it's not really Dak. Dak doesn't have that much from what I've seen so far.
I mean, he's serviceable. I mean, he's pretty much.
How many yards he's throwing right now?
Yeah. And at this point, Dallas kind of predicated on their run game. So if their run game is playing, it's running well, Dallas is going to run well because then they can get the passes off. They're on the field longer, so the defense is not on the field as long, so they can really put their full effort in.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy though. It's like,
it's
like Dallas. Last week they lost, and now they're showing that they still got it in them to be, somewhat competent at the playoff team. Do you think that the Cowboys are still gonna bring it in? With this showing right now. Because I last week I was, kind of giving the Vikings their credit. They came out, they beat the Bills in a tough overtime game. I was thinking like, oh yeah, okay, Vikings, they're showing that, they're showing they got some in them to get to the playoffs and make a deep run. But what do you think about now the Vikings with this performance so far?
I mean, it feels good to see Dak actually command and take control of the offense, and that was the one downfall and the down point that I had on the Cowboys was when Dak was the quarterback. It just seemed like the offense didn't do what it was supposed to do with him at the quarterback position, and now it seems like, okay, yes, Dak may not be, going crazy right now, but what he did, he just threw a touchdown pass to Tony Pollard. You see what I'm saying? This is what he just did, and that's the type of stuff that you need to do as the quarterback. Just sit back in the pocket, make your reads, deliver the ball to the open man. I felt like Dak was having a big problem doing that earlier on in the season. Okay, now I'm telling you, the Cowboys. Look at the Cowboys defense. The Cowboys defense is doing pretty well today. I'm telling you. If they can get that offense and defense, coming together, Dallas will be a tough out in the playoffs. I'm telling you, Dallas can play in the cold. They can play anywhere. The way that they play ball, they can go anywhere and they can beat anybody on any given field. Marque, he is definitely, not a Jalen Hurts apologist. Okay, he's not giving Jalen Hurts any wiggle room. So with that being said, that means the NFC is wide open. If the NFC is wide open, the Cowboys are more than capable of making some noise in the playoffs.
For sure.
He did. I'll say this. He did say Jalen. It wasn't his fault last week because of the loss. It
wasn't his fault last week. It wasn't his fault last week.
And so at least I know he's not totally blind or biased.
No, I'm not blind. I am logical, but I can't ignore history. I can't ignore history. Are you doing the repeat?
It was only a matter of time before the Eagles lost. I mean, we knew that they were going to lose the game at some point.
Oh yeah, of course. But we couldn't figure out which one it was. I didn't think it was going to be Washington, but Washington's starting to make a move now. Like Marque said, Taylor Heineke's starting to let his nuts hang. Starting to let him hang, and he got his starting position because of it.
Hey man, the Commanders got a little bit too excited last week, and they had some alcohol on the plane, Coach got which violated the team rule. They got a little bit too excited.
And Coach got DUI. Like one of the coaches got DUI.
I saw that,
man. They got a little bit too excited at the win.
Hey, man, it's a good win, man, for them. It's like considering where they were going. Like not a lot of people thought the Commanders were going to actually do anything, especially Wentz goes down, Heineke comes in. It really hasn't been a lot of production for real. I mean, and now that Heineke's in, he's actually giving them a chance, giving them some life. And so, yeah, it's like, yeah, they celebrate a little bit too hard. It happens,
Well, Wentz is back this week, by the way.
He said what?
Wentz is back from injury.
Yeah, but they said Heineke's the quarterback. I mean,
yeah, I agree.
How you gonna sit the guy who beat the undefeated team? I mean, like
Wentz hadn't shown me anything. Like he had one good season in Philly.
Yeah, the season they won the Super Bowl. That out? The season they won the Super Bowl.
But he didn't. But that's the thing, though, and I'm telling you, Wentz is always gonna have that asterisk because they didn't win that Super Bowl with him.
Right.
He got hurt in the regular season. So he didn't. So he was not a part of that playoff run. So he can't get credit for that. He can't get credit for that Super Bowl win. He can't. He can't get credit for it.
That's Nick Foles, man.
Hey guys, look, he took him to the mountaintop. He just didn't get him there, right?
No.
He took him to the mountain.
No. He took him to base camp. Base camp.
No. He had a great dude. He had a great regular season. He had a great regular season. Yep. But we know that it does not matter until you get to the playoffs. He had a great regular season.
Right.
Nothing on that.
Chris, look, everybody can make that hike, from camp to the base camp. Everybody can make that easy hike. When it's time to climb that mountain, that's when it gets tough. And his body couldn't take it. But Nick Foles could.
Nick Foles did. Hey,
yeah,
Nick Foles did. You never forget Nick Foles beat Tom Brady. One of two quarterbacks to beat Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. Right. The other one, Eli Manning, twice. But but yeah, man. We're gonna see how this offseason shakes out. I mean, right now, it's up in the air a little bit. Like you said, Philly is looking a little shaky. I'm not that blind. They're looking a little shaky. Their loss of Goddard is a big loss because he wasn't a weapon that they utilized a lot, either just to open up plays for AJ Brown, Devontae Smith. He got a little bit more attention today, but they're still missing another piece. Sanders did what Sanders usually does and what Marque expects him to do. He didn't have a good game.
Nope.
So but Jalen Hurts, man, he did well for me. He got over 20 fantasy points today. So he's like in my standard league.
Would y'all like me to say something nice about Jalen that make y'all guys feel better?
Nah, y'all don't have to be fake, man. You don't have to be like you're in corporate America right now.
Yeah, I had to wipe off that chapstick on Friday. But
you need a napkin, bro?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm cleaned up now. To get a nice wet napkin. Clean that off. But you know what though? Jalen Hurts did impress me today. I will admit, he impressed me on that last
in his hands.
He got that touchdown, so I can't.
He took the game in his. He got that first down. First of all, he got that first down on fourth. He ran it and got it on fourth down to keep the game going, and then he ran it in for the touchdown.
But you see what happened when he tried to play like the Oklahoma Jalen Hurts versus the Alabama Jalen Hurts. So you play the Alabama Jalen Hurts way, pulled it out. When you play the Oklahoma Jalen Hurts, cut it out. Cut it out, Jalen.
Hey, he got him a dub, man. Look, a win's a win. The biggest test of any like true competing team is like, can you win in the toughest games? Like they weren't supposed to even be close in this game. This is supposed to be a blowout game. But we didn't know what the identity of the Eagles were outside of Dallas Goedert not being there. They've been hurting defensively a little bit. They've had some injuries here and there, but Jalen took it upon himself, and he's still showing that he is the piece they need in that particular team. He is the piece they need to be successful.
Right.
And I wish my fantasy team was 9-1. let's be real. So in real life, they're 9-1, man. Hey, take it. I'll take that any day. They still got a lot of tests coming up. Everybody sees they're vulnerable. It's like like the chink in the armor. It's like when Alabama takes a loss. When everybody sees the blood, every other team is like, oh, they can be beat. And that's what it just gets them a little bit more hyped up. Like, are you ready for next week, Marque?
Hard to be the king. Yeah, I'm good on next week because next week's a home game. So if it was in Auburn, then I'd probably be shaking.
What if y'all lost? I'm not expecting y'all.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised because we sleepwalking now because we have nothing to play for. So what does it matter?
Look, yeah. Hey, look. Bryce Young is looking like, where am I gonna get sent? He looking like, where am I gonna get sent? Who's the worst team in the NFL? And like, he just taking it like, okay, who can I make work there? Who can I make work there? Who can I make work at? Who's the worst teams right now? Or we've talked about
Detroit. Detroit's still the worst, or Cleveland?
Nah, Detroit's making a run.
Houston the worst.
Yeah, Houston. Houston's definitely the
Houston
worst.
looking like that team right now. But he got his boy there.
Definitely the worst team in the NFL right now. Definitely.
Hey, he got Nietzsche down there though. Hey man, Nietzsche gonna be down there. He'll be down there. It'll be like,
Hey man, what you call is pretty bad too though. The Oakland Raiders. I mean the Vegas Raiders.
Oh yeah, they definitely getting rid of Carr, man. That's a definite. This
is
a question I had about the Cowboys, and maybe I should save it for the topic. All right, let's save it for the topic. All right. Then the last game we got going on is the Chiefs Chargers. I think that was Marque's game.
Who's that?
Chiefs Chargers.
No, that wasn't
that was my game.
My bad. Mixing them up.
The Chiefs Chargers, man.
Yeah, because you're heavily invested in this game.
This game right here, classic AFC West matchup. Chiefs won early in the regular season. This game right here, y'all, is going to decide, my fantasy season, to say the least. Keenan Allen. Well, first of all, let's just go down the pecking order. Juju Smith-Schuster, my wide receiver, he's out due to an injury with a concussion. McCole Hardman, he's on IR for the Chiefs as well. I believe there's one more receiver for the Chiefs that has been hurt. So with that being said, I'm going to start Marquez Valdes-Scantling, which I believe might actually be a good fill-in for me because of all the injuries that they've been dealing with. So hopefully he can come through for me. We shall see. Now going to the Chargers, Keenan Allen, that was a guy that I drafted early. Drafted him early, drafted him high. I thought he was going to be that guy, man, but he hasn't done anything for me this year. But, he's expected to come back this week. He was a full participant at practice for the first time all season. And so I'm going to plan on playing him tonight. He's going to be on the pitch count. At this point, it doesn't matter. If Keenan Allen cannot play tonight, I am going to have to plug in DeAndre Carter, and I'm going to watch my fantasy dreams go to die at that point. I'm debating on if I'm going to watch the game, y'all. I'm debating because I don't know if I want to watch that to see. Because the thing is, it's both sides. It's both sides, okay, that I'm going to be dealing with. I'm going to be dealing with both teams, okay? On top of that, I'm playing against Justin Herbert, which is the quarterback on the guy that I'm playing against. So it's a rough situation, y'all. I don't know how this is going to happen. I think my fantasy dreams in this particular league are on their last. They're on their last leg, guys. I'm on my last leg.
Yeah, life support right now
in this league, man. So we'll see how this AFC West matchup goes. We'll see.
Hey, you know what though? Honestly, Carter might not be a bad start over Allen. Because Carter, I played you last week.
Look,
and you started Carter, and Carter actually got some decent points in that game.
This is the whole thing behind the Chargers thing, right? So the toughest thing about the Chargers is who's going to be a decoy. Like, yeah, these guys are starting, like Mike Williams, Keenan Allen. Supposedly, if they make it through pregame without any incident or any kind of setback, they're going to start. Now, go to the whole thing, go to the mental exercises like, who's the decoy? Who's just going to be running routes just to, like, get the defense looking? And, like, I'm scared because I got Mike Williams, right? He had a high ankle sprain. He's been out for the last few weeks dealing with that. He says, I'm feeling great. So I'm like, do I start him? And so I already got, like, backups already, like, set for him. I kept Josh Palmer just in case. People were just dropping the left and right in Yahoo. I was like, why are y'all dropping him? It's like, y'all don't know if, like, they're going to play. You got to wait till the last minute till they get rid of the queue. And then I also picked up in another league, Marcus Valdez-Scantling, because I have Mike Williams in 2 leagues. And I was just like, you know, you gotta I gotta stay vigilant and say, like, pay attention to the very last minute to see what's going on. If they hit that big old O on it, Marquez, Josh Palmer, you're in, you know. But and I got to start Justin Herbert in the league, and it sucks because I got Geno who's on bye this week, and I really am dependent on Geno now to carry me through the rest of the season. Which I never thought I would say over Justin Herbert, right? You never think this would happen, right?
Right. At least this year.
Nah, like it's all around a tough situation. Like you don't know who's getting thrown to. You don't know who's gonna actually make it through the game. Like, yeah, you can start Keenan Allen, and then within the first quarter, oh, my hamstring, and then he just sits out the rest of the game. Or Michael Williams would be like, oh, my ankle, and then he gone.
Right.
So it's all betting. It's all gambling right now. It's high stakes gambling. It's all it is.
100%.
And so I can get why you don't want to watch the game. I kind of don't want to watch it either.
Yeah.
It should, like, normally you would expect this to be a high scoring game, right? Because Kansas City's defense is trash. So is the Chargers defense. They're trash. So you expect for Pat Mahomes to throw to Kelsey, get about 4 touchdowns to him, and let that be the game.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. We'll see, man. We'll see.
Yeah. But I digress. We're going to stay positive. It's going to be a very high-scoring game. It's going to be evenly distributed. Keenan Allen's going to stay on the field. He's going to get, 20 fantasy points, and Davon gets to keep living his dream in fantasy land.
Go Eckler.
I'll go. I'm praying on Eckler's downfall because I'm playing against the good one. And, yeah.
I need
him.
But
don't get me started, man. Please don't get me started on Eckler, man. Please don't get me started on Eckler. Please.
Oh man. All right, let's go to our fantasy, our usual suspects. We're gonna look at our league, let me get it right. All right. So we'll start off, this week. I'm playing Dr. Julio, which, I'm surprised he has to change the name now because, Julio's pretty much done with football. What?
That might be his name.
Wow.
It
might be his name. He might.
It might not have anything to do with Julio Jones.
Maybe Julio Jones last game, he got a touchdown, man. When we talk about that, when I talk about Julio Jones, man.
Julio is a shell of himself, man. He's done.
He just old.
It's okay. Yeah. Hey, when you get to your 30s, man, you gotta think. Yvonne's close to his 30s. We're in our 30s. We were watching Julio Jones play college at Alabama.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Life comes at you fast, man. Life comes at you fast. But we're looking at this right now. I'm projected to be, 122 to 107. This is why I'm kind of like not stressed about this league. I'm going to go 8-3 is what it's looking like right now. Love it. Hey, Pat Mahomes hadn't played yet, expecting a high score from him. Diggs, he had a decent game. Even though they played in Detroit, and he was like still, I thought he would have done more. But, I didn't watch that game per se. So he still had a good game, though. 48 yards and 1 touchdown reception. I saw the 5-yard touchdown reception he had. So it kind of saved him right there. A little bit concerned about Josh Allen because Diggs is usually his target. But on the backside of that, Devin Singletary. Second half Singletary, man. That's why I need to call him second half Singletary because it happened last year. In the second half of the season, Devin Singletary went on a run, scored a touchdown every game, and it looked like this is what it started. It's the second consecutive game he scored a touchdown in. At least one. Last week he scored 2. And so, this week he had 86 yards, 1 rushing touchdown, 2 reception, and 11 receiving yards. So it's kind of like, hey, maybe he heard our last podcast. Josh Allen, use your weapons. Don't get hurt.
Right.
Your running back is meant to take all the hits. He's used to this. Don't get yourself injured and, ruin the whole franchise over it. So I'm happy with that. Najee, wow. I know. Najee Harris. Look, I'm happy with this. Look, if Najee doesn't score another point, I'm happy right now. Because this is about it's the most you expect from Najee. RB2 numbers right now. It is what it is. I'm sitting pretty. I'm not complaining. I'm happy with Najee right now. Cole Kmet, I don't know what the fuck is going on because you scored 5 touchdowns in 2 games, and then now you play the Falcons, who are one of the worst defenses, and nothing showed up. He did have an awesome catch in the game, though. He had a one-handed catch that he snagged in.
Yeah.
It was pretty awesome. But, compared to the last few weeks, 5.3 fantasy points. It is what it is.
You ran into some grown men today. That's all.
The Falcons.
Yep.
Cortland Sutton not taking advantage of is old boy sitting down this week?
Cool. Judy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's out.
See, is Cortland Sutton not taking advantage of it? I don't know if it's Cortland Sutton or if it's, Russell Wilson just being ass again.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really don't watch the Denver Broncos that much anymore because, they're falling apart. But George Pickens being really good, 50 receiving yards and 1 touchdown. So, hey, man. So far, it's been pretty good. Isaiah Likely, I had picked him up just in case. Mark Andrews, was out. I was going to replace him and put him in the flex position if he was Mark Andrews was out. But Mark Andrews played through. So, hey.
Oh, yeah.
And I started the wrong defense. Dallas defense. I should have been a believer.
Yeah,
but,
yeah, man. I don't know why you slid them down to the bench, man. I don't know.
Because of what I saw last week, the Bills defense looked amazing all year too. True.
Yeah,
but I can't be prisoner to one game. I have to give you an opportunity to redeem yourself. Cincinnati's defense is just not like that, so I can't.
But Pitt's offense is not like that either.
That is true. So it's a good matchup, man. But I'm just going back to what you said, bro. You said that Dallas was an always start, so it just confused me why you put them on the bench.
I know why you did. I didn't start him either in my other league. It's because of the matchup. Playing Justin Jefferson and Minnesota, I thought shit.
After you watched them, after you watched them light up the Bills last week, I'm just kind of like, and then Dallas defense. See, that's the thing about it, man. Fantasy football plays with your emotions. And, you can't put too much into it emotionally because I'm thinking, watching the Bills lose against the Vikings and then watching how Dallas just got, dog walked defensively last week. I can say I was a little prisoner of the moment. So I was like, look, let me pick up the Cincinnati Bengals. They're playing Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh ain't looking too hot. It is what it is, right? You make some good calls, you make some bad calls. Fortunately, it doesn't affect me too much in this league. And it didn't affect me that much in my other league because I played the Baltimore Ravens as my defense.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
So
But you'll have them. You'll have them in there next week.
Oh yeah, they're definitely going in. I'm like, yeah, the rest of the season, yeah. I'm just gonna put in. I need to just set and forget. Even with Philly right now, I'm kind of like, it's hurting, right? 2 bad games.
Yeah. I mean, it's 2 games, man. But you got to think the long game.
I know
those guys are going to be fine. They're going to be fine. They'll be fine.
Like, I'm going to keep starting Philadelphia, and I'm going to put my my top defenses back in, and just stop overthinking things, which has caused me pain in my other league because I said Olave, and we'll get into that later. No, we'll get into that later. All right, let's get into Davon's matchup, which is next. He's playing, in the it comes easy in Davon's league.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, it's tough sledding right now. It's projected for 110 to 108, but right now, 2 points. If y'all paid attention last week, it was Marque and Davon. It was down to a couple points before Antonio Gibson did what he needed to do for Marque. Yep. But what's really hurting you right now, Davon, is Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, definitely.
I was going to wait to see if you agreed or not.
Definitely. I mean, Lamar Jackson, he's just not playing like one of the best quarterbacks in the league. He's playing like a below average quarterback in the league, and that's just what's happening. You could attribute it to him. You know what I'm saying? He's the quarterback. Everything lies on the quarterback. But at the same time, I mean, weapons are pedestrian. All he's got is Andrews. If you look at every single game they've been playing, they've been winning, but they've been very low scoring. Defense has been playing well, but it's just not what you thought it was going to be, and so it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I think your major saving grace though is that you still have Christian McCaffrey left in this league.
Yeah. I mean, McCaffrey is definitely capable of going insane. So yeah, that's true.
That is your piece that could bring this all together, get you a dub, so you don't give up on this league, man.
I think what's killing him, man, he don't have a quality receiver, man. Like I think Keenan Allen really let him down.
Yeah, that is true.
He got Thielen, he got Valdez, Scantling.
Let's see.
He got Collins, so I don't know who's on your bench, but yeah, Carter. I mean,
Juju.
He was just having necessity in Juju. So I know you really don't have a number one receiver right now. Like you don't have a bell cow to go to.
Definitely, that's
hurting a lot. And then, like you said, and then when Lamar Jackson, if he don't overextend himself or meets his average, it hurts you greatly because you can't make it up nowhere else. Now, like you said earlier, now you do have McCaffrey. He's the equalizer, so he can make up for everything. But those games don't come every week. So
exactly, and then Raheem Mostert, he's been a good running back this season, but he's on bye. Breece Hall lost him to a torn ACL earlier in the season, so it is what it is, man.
It's just what it is, man.
It is what it is, man. Hey, man, but hey, you gotta you have to take responsibility, man, because at the end of the day, like you drafted all these guys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like you drafted these guys, so this something that you go have to learn from. Going into the next year, saying, okay, like this is who I drafted. This is what happened. Okay, what's going to be strategy for next year? Don't get me wrong. Like I'm not going to be. I'm definitely not the type of person to be to not switch people out when they're on bye. I don't do that type of stuff.
Right.
But I'm not a dummy. I know that I've got a long way to go to think that I'm gonna make it to the playoffs. Okay, I'm not stupid, guys, but
right.
I'm not giving up either.
Okay, as long as you're not giving up, man. Come on, man. Look, you just gotta have fight in you. You gotta be hungry, man. You gotta stay hungry.
Hey, man, I need these guys to get hungry, man, because I have nothing in the waiver. Nothing. I can't do nothing. Look, I'm at home, y'all. I can't do anything. These guys have to come through, man. Like, come on. I can't do nothing. Like, y'all gotta go crazy.
Michael Carter, he went to bed for you this week. I mean,
man, don't even get me started on that, man.
Yeah, I mean, that's terrible.
I got burned by the Jets twice, man. Twice.
Yeah.
Twice.
Where's James Robinson?
He did even worse.
Yeah, he didn't do anything. I got him in one league. He got 1 point. So,
3 carries for 3 yards.
Man.
Yeah, man.
3 carries, 3 yards. Atrocious.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't know what, hey, Jets wanted to get our hopes up. That's all that happened, man. That's all that happened, It's all good, though, man. I mean, look, I'm wishing, the best for you. I can't root against Herbert tonight, I just can't.
Yeah, man. Luckily, you aren't going to be controlling him. Luckily, that's him. Luckily, you don't have any control.
Well, you don't want Herbert to do bad either because you need him to throw Keenan Allen.
Look, if that young man is throwing the ball to what's his name, Keenan Allen right there, if he's throwing his touchdown passes to him, we're going to be all right.
Nah, I need him to throw to Mike Williams, man.
But if he's not,
just for personal
what I'm saying? Hey, man, your energy is going this way. My energy is going this way. We're just going to meet in the middle. We're just going to see who's going to be able to duke it out.
And I'm going to split both of y'all because I want Eckler. So I'm coming between y'all. So, go Eckler.
Let's see what Marque's got going on here, man. Acknowledge me. Oh, God.
Yeah. I think I still got a chance, man. I got a
rough
guy. I had a puncher's chance, man. But my team, the team I went against, man, they overexceeded their average today. So
he's number 4 in the league. I mean, yeah, he's in good play.
I mean, his team, the team he has is not that great because a lot of people on the bench. But like I said, the people he had starting today, man, they went way over their average. They had great games today.
Yeah, Russell Wilson did though.
Well, he's playing now. I think he's playing now.
Yeah, but he only got 8.2 fantasy points. He doing bad, man. He down bad. He down bad. I hope we don't hear no stories like Tom Brady coming up for Russell Wilson's future.
Yeah, man. I think we've let Russell suffer enough. We know he's had the worst season in his career. So we'll just let him end this season and let him come back next year and see if he can redeem himself.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, Amari Cooper killed you today, man. 113 even. And this is before your boy gets in. Is it next week he gets in?
Yeah, Watson. Yeah, next week.
Yeah.
I mean, St. Brown had a decent game today, but I mean, my team this week, man. I don't think anybody scored a touchdown. So
let's see. Nah, nobody scored a touchdown in your.
I don't think so. I ain't got not one notification today.
Gibson had good numbers. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Gibson had good numbers.
Yeah, but he didn't get no touchdown.
Yeah. Like look Look at Jamal Williams, man, for Detroit. For blind.
Oh yeah, that 3 touchdowns.
That killed me even worse. Like it's all right, Marque, but I can't have a running back get 24 points on me. They rejected it.
And Dalvin Cook is not doing anything because
Nah, he's not. Yeah, Dallas locked him down.
Yeah, Dallas is manhandling the Vikings right now. It's probably this is probably the best Dallas has looked all season, probably.
Yeah, Vikings let their nuts hang, and Dallas came and chopped them off. That's what privilege.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but hey, that was interesting because Zeke is a topic of discussion I have. Zeke's contract's almost over. I think Tony Pollard contract is almost over. Think they should pay Pollard?
I
don't know.
I think. I mean, to be honest with you, man, I think that Dallas. I think Dallas. I think they need both of them.
Yeah, I re-signed both of them.
I think they need both of them.
Really?
Yeah. With just every single team has their own different dynamics, and the way Dallas works with, the bruiser. Elliott is your bruiser, and Pollard is your scat back, and that works pretty well because Pollard also he can receive the ball as well. He scored a 48-yard touchdown pass today, so. I think with what Dallas has with their dynamic, I think they need both of them. They need both of them. They just need to add a receiver. They need another receiver to go alongside CeeDee Lamb because Gallup is really a shell of himself since he had that injury.
Right.
So I think that's what Dallas needs to do.
And I thought they would have. I mean, maybe they pick up Odell. I'm not sure Odell's a long-term answer, honestly.
Nah, he's just like.
But you know what though?
He's good for a Super Bowl, just like he was in the Rams.
Yeah.
Look. I'm gonna tell you like this, man. Odell, if you go to Dallas and you end up staying with Dallas next season, I will be going to Jerry's World for a game. You heard it here first. Odell. If Odell is a receiver for the Cowboys, I will be attending a game.
Gotcha.
Thanks, Jerry's World.
Got it.
You hear it here first. All right, I appreciate that.
Oh, a little side note.
Right.
So if Deion Sanders became the coach of Auburn, you guys get season tickets?
I mean,
nah, I ain't getting season. I go to a game.
This is, I wouldn't necessarily say that, but I mean, I would definitely go to a game, of course. I would definitely be at a game, definitely.
How many season
tickets? You gonna come to a game? You said what?
How many season ticket holders will Auburn lose? They hired Deion Sanders.
Come on, man.
They wouldn't lose any tickets.
If you start winning,
season ticket holders.
They gonna lose none, man.
They wouldn't lose season ticket holders.
Yeah, you're right. They'll just sell them.
Nah, if they did it that way, then he started winning. Then I'll be like, oh, maybe we should go see some games.
Right. Hey, Deion Sanders can coach at Auburn. I might go to the game.
I doubt you ain't coming back to Auburn, man. You say you vowed never to even step foot.
Right. Next time I stop at Auburn when they finish that Buc-ee's. That's the only time I'm going back to Auburn when they finish that Buc-ee's. That's it.
Oh, or when your kids graduate from there.
No, when I go to Buc-ee's. They're not going to Auburn. They're not going out of state. They're staying right here in Georgia.
What if they get scholarship, man?
No debt for college.
What if they get scholarship, though?
It better be a full ride all the way.
Yeah.
Books, room, tuition, everything.
I hear.
It's not gonna matter because they're not gonna want to go to Auburn, so you ain't gotta worry about that. They brainwashed already.
Oh, because you got a program. I was gonna say exactly.
AKA parenting.
It's okay, man. It's okay. They still got time. All right, man.
So, topics of the week, man. This is where we talk about some interesting headlines, and we just kind of want to see, what we're thinking, get our opinions about things. So, first one I kind of came up with is, will Jeff Saturday become the Colts head coach?
Yes.
He won. Oh, quick! That was quick, man. All right, what do you think, Vaughn?
I mean, I think it's possible. I think it's just very interesting how the Indianapolis Colts are selecting their head coaches. Jeff
Why you say it's
Saturday.
interesting?
I mean, Jeff Saturday. He was a center. He was Peyton Manning's center. He was an all pro center for the Indianapolis Colts.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it boils to question: should he be the head coach? Like Jeff Saturday was an analyst on ESPN for years after he retired.
Yeah.
What gives him the qualifications to now be a head coach? I'm just asking. I'm not saying. I'm just asking. I'm not saying that you should or you shouldn't. I'm just saying, like, it's very interesting to see, like, okay, like, you automatically getting plugged in as a head coach. Like, what?
You know why he has favor?
Don't do it.
Because of the owner.
Yes. Marque, where do you think I was going? Come on. It's that too, but but Jim Irsay, is it Jim Irsay, right? He's the owner, right?
Yeah, Jim Irsay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, look, he liked him when he was playing at the Colts. He was like, hey, he probably just was like, once he fired, oh boy, he just like, hey, would you like to run the Colts team? I mean, Jeff Saturday probably had, who knows anybody's ambitions until they're given the offer, right?
Well, I mean,
yeah, that's a good point.
He's turned out a job a few times.
See, yeah, and so hey, he got a pretty good first win, to recharge the Colts team, get them back, back hyped up. They played a really close game today against the 8-1 Philadelphia Eagles, which are, Super Bowl bound, in my opinion. But it's like, I think he'll also get hired, after the season ends, because they just got recharged back. It's like the Colts has life in them. I was gonna call the Colts dead, to be honest with you, because Jonathan Taylor, I was gonna say shut him down. Michael Pittman, I was about to drop him. I mean, I've been talking about dropping Michael Pittman. Now he's got life again because Matt Ryan's back to quarterback and not Ellinger. It's kind of like, everybody's got more life now that Jeff Saturday's there. And it's one of their guys. It's like, yeah, this is one of their guys that's leading the charge. So I think, it's a good role for him. I mean, it's going to take a while to get used to, leading everything, but it seems like he's got some competent people in the box. He's got some competent people, outside the organization, everywhere, kind of like helping him, get up to speed on how to be a head coach. So do I think he'd be successful? Maybe not the first season or two, but, I think he can get caught up to speed.
Well, let me tell you what I think. So,
go ahead.
Based off Davon's question, he asked, does he deserve to be a head coach?
No.
Answer is no. Because let's be honest, this is kind of like what's the term they say for this?
Nepotism.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a nepotism at its finest.
Yeah.
Because you have to work to be head coach. So I mean, it's plenty of coaches that tell you they slept in the locker room, slept in their coach's office, sacrifice their families, put in time to fill the team together. Mm-hmm. This man literally woke up one morning, ate some breakfast, got on his ESPN set. Hey, we heard that the coach has fired their coach. And guess who we looking to replace him? Jeff Saturday, ESPN analyst. And it's like,
wait, Jeff Saturday, that dude that be calling them college games?
right. This man, they said this man, he did coach high school for a season.
Wow.
Yeah.
That even college. That even college,
serious,
bro.
Man?
It's like
serious, man.
So
He coached high school for a season.
yeah.
That's like Marque. That's like you coaching your kids' team.
I know.
And then
Exactly.
get a college offer.
Right. So it's like it's Neptune at his finest, man. And I think to be a good football coach, which this sometimes not about all the work you put in, it's sometimes about the players that you have too, and people around you. So I do think that not that he doesn't deserve to be the head coach, but I think if he is the head coach, he might have a leg up on some of the other teams because he can have a chance to assemble a team around him as far as coaches. So he can basically be a CEO. So instead of coming in, hey, I do the X's O's, he don't have to focus on that. He's focused on just, like you said, the team morale, team spirit. Just keep everything up, make sure everything's going to do in the Colts way. Because the Colts way is basically what they did when Peyton Manning was there in the early 90s, early 2000s.
Yep.
So they can bring that spirit back of competitiveness, just overall happiness in the locker room. Then, it could be a great hire. But honestly, he doesn't deserve the coaching job. It's kind of a slap in the face to all the people out there who've been grinding, busting their butt, trying to get in the NFL or our coaches up. Because, that's why we got the Rooney Rule and stuff like that to kind of prevent stuff like this from happening. At this point, not even let's say a coach of color. It's not even a chance.
Dude, that's the hurtful
not even
part,
a chance interview for it because let's be honest, man. That's the thing about the Rooney Rule I don't like because it kind of forces teams to interview people of color, but if they didn't want them in the beginning anyway, why waste everybody's time to go through it?
Woo! Preach.
So
it's just a show. It's a dog and pony show. That's all it is.
So
it's like, hey, look, we did right. interview somebody of color.
Yeah,
so
we checked the box.
We checked the box. So you can't say anything. We're not racist.
Right. All right.
We're not we're not playing favoritism or anything like that. Yeah. But
I'm sure there's a ton of quality assistants and maybe even a college coach. You know what I'm saying? That's great. They could have stepped in.
Buku. Buku.
Who'd have thought they got the man off ESPN? I could understand he was dealing with ESPN after he got fired from a coach, coaching position, and they brought him in. So, but no, man.
No NFL coaching experience, no college coaching experience, none of that. You just, hey, you want to just play around, just want to be a head coach for a minute, and just see how you like it.
Right, and that's the thing too. I wonder if this is a trial run. Maybe this is way to let's see how it goes. Let's see if he even likes being a head coach. So instead of having the full commitment of signing a contract, let's just give him the rest of the season. He can fill it out. Then if he likes it, he can interview, with the other people of color and the other candidates out there who are ready to take on this coach job.
But why? But why would you bring in somebody that? If that was the focus behind it, if that was the vision behind it, then why wouldn't you just promote an assistant as interim head coach?
Yeah, the dude who's been there in the trenches.
Why would you promote a guy from as a coach? Why would you bring a guy from ESPN? And that's my thing. My thing about this whole situation is, it's not only the fact that you don't have any experience. It's right. Not only the fact that you don't have any experience, not only the fact of, the Rooney Rule situation being violated, you didn't interview anybody. You didn't interview anybody else. You just called this guy and said, hey, leave ESPN right now and come to Indiana.
Take that suit off and come put this hoodie on and let's get to work.
So that's my put it like this. This is probably the first time we've ever seen something like this happen.
Right.
We've never seen anything like this happen before.
Yeah.
Ever.
I'd almost ready to call Peyton Manning. at least Peyton play quarterback. You know, that's like being a coach anyway. If they'd call Peyton Manning and say, hey, just come in and do it. But I think what the coach messed up at, they should have explained what they were doing. But the coach should have been ahead of this already. The coach just came out and said, look, we're gonna bring in Jeff Saturday. He was previously one of our consultants. You know, he does some work for the Colts, but he's never coached. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna just bring him in. We have the coaches around him do the coaching. We just need him to, you know, build up team morale. He's the CEO. He's gonna hand off the responsibilities to the other coaches on the team, and he's gonna handle the day-to-day duties of the head coach, but not actually coach.
Yeah, but they gave him the keys to the car.
Yeah.
But dude, it's a life lesson, and people who watch this, you know, later on, it's not about what you know, it's about who you know, man. This is the rules of life.
All facts of life.
Look, you're gonna see this a lot in your jobs. Yeah, it's not about what you know, it's about who you know. It don't matter if you qualify for it, you're overly qualified for it. What can you do? It's like, what can you do? So we'll see what happens. You know, maybe if the Colts win, like, you know, how many games are left? This is week 11, so 7. It's going on week 12, so it's about 7 more games left.
Yeah,
6 or 7.
Yeah, I think it's like six games left. I think.
Yeah, 6. Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. You know, if the Colts, what would be the number to think to keep them? About 4 more games. They win
0. I don't care. I don't care how many games he wins. It does. You don't deserve like Jeff Saturday being the head coach for the rest. But this is the thing, though. This is the thing.
Yeah, let's go.
Jeff Saturday being the head coach for the rest of the season, and let's say he went out, doesn't tell me anything. It really tells me nothing because of the way that you are structuring it. You're structuring this situation as if the head coach is a CEO of an organization. The head coach is not the CEO of the organization. He's not.
He is on this
the team. Head coach is responsible for winning football games. He's not responsible for, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, like the buck stops with you, sir. So if we can say, hey man, you know, I really wasn't coaching this season, guys. I was just putting guys in position to do what they needed to do. No, we're not doing that. You're not getting that pass.
It sounds logical. Devon, and I agree with you. But what will happen if they win at least 4 games out of the next 6, let's say.
Right.
He's gonna be the head coach.
Yeah, this is guys.
Look, guys, This is a football team, guys, not a publicly traded company. It's a football team. We're playing football.
Hey, but they got a budget like a publicly traded company. So.
Oh yeah, if not more.
They got a budget like one, man. I can see them put Jeff Saturday, CEO.
Yep.
CEO of the team.
And look, you know how they framed it. They showed him with his jersey number already retired. They showed him on the, you know, in the stadium. Look, Jeff Saturday, 1999 to 2011. You know, he was one of us. Jeff Saturday, one of us.
Man, I think this could end. I think this could end very badly.
It can.
Oh yeah. Oh well.
This could end very badly.
Let me give you an example where this is actually working at right now, though.
What up?
Now, y'all might kill me for what I'm about to say.
Oh, go.
But this is happening right now in Jackson State with Deion Sanders. Let's be honest.
I don't agree with that.
Because Deion Sanders, he coached he coached a couple of seasons of high school ball, but I mean,
it's a whole different league though.
I know
college,
but
and then college. It's not even D1. It's not even D1 though.
But this is the thing. He's actually been coaching now. He's been coaching. Jeff Saturday has been on TV. He's been on TV. Yeah. At least Deion is actually in the room. He's actually in the film room. He's actually with his players. He's actually on the field. He's been on the practice field. Like, at least he's been coaching.
Practice? What are you talking about? Practice? We talking about the game, Davon. We ain't talking about practice.
Hey man,
The game,
look,
dude. Look, man. I just have a problem with you telling me that you were on TV, man. This guy was on TV last week.
Yeah, literally on TV.
He hasn't been doing anything. He hasn't done a thing.
He's been analyzing teams from behind the screen.
Maybe he been
exactly.
growing for this guy. We don't even know.
Exactly. Do you know what Jeff Saturday has been doing? Jeff Saturday has been telling people what he would do in a situation, but he actually hasn't had to do it.
Right.
So he hasn't had to live and die on his own decisions. He's been saying, "Oh man, you know what? On this 4th down play, there's no way I would have went forward. There's no way in hell I would have went for that play, man."
Right.
You can say that on TV.
Right.
But can you say that when you're on the field? I think it's a little bit different.
Right.
I think it's a little bit different when you're on the field.
Devon getting a little heated.
Yeah, man, I agree though. Man, look, man, my cousins are big Indy fans. And I know they're upset.
Dude, look, like we know in corporate America, certain people fail up, man. They fail up.
Yeah. and that's the thing. It's not against. I mean, I'm not saying that Jeff Saturday is a bad person. I'm just saying like you should not be the head coach of a football team because it's putting you in a bad position. Because if you're not successful, he's going to get a lot of heat for no reason when he shouldn't even been in this position in the first place.
Hey,
you know the silver line is for Jeff Saturday? He'll be right back on ESPN.
Exactly. He'll collect a nice check from the Colts again. Yep. He's going to direct deposit, and then if it don't work out, be back. He's got a nice look. He just dust off his seat, and he gonna be right there.
Cause I guarantee, bro, ESPN probably said, "Look, I know you got offered this job. We think you should take it. Take the job. Give us some access, and if it don't work out for you, you back in the booth."
Yep.
Win-win for everybody.
I can see that.
And we're gonna keep paying.
Probably.
I bet he's still getting paid from ESPN.
Yeah, he's probably still on contract. He just was like, "Hey, yeah."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hey, must be nice. That's all I gotta say. Must be nice. Yep. All right. Next question. Do you approve of Derek Carr crying on TV after a loss last week with the Raiders?
No. No. I'll let you go first, man.
Go on.
To be honest with you, man, I personally don't have a problem with it, to be completely honest with you. I really don't. These guys are awful. They're playing awful. Like, if you want to let your emotions out, like, I don't have a problem with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't have a problem. I mean, I really don't have a problem with it. Like, I mean, we want these guys to be real and actually, give your true feelings and like let it out. Like he let it out and he gave his true feeling. Like, look, man, I am upset. I am upset right now. Like we are playing awful. And, like I just don't have a problem with it. A lot of people grew him saying, "Oh man, you're a man, dude. You shouldn't be." I don't care. If you want to cry, dude, go ahead and cry. Dude, I don't care.
All right. What do you think, Marque?
Soft, man. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna say soft.
He called him Charmin. He said he's Charmin 2-ply. This bad sharp.
This is my thing, man. Maybe it's how I was raised. I don't know, but it's like when you're in front of people and you're in situations like that, and you kind of vulnerable. You don't let your emotions show in that moment. Yes, I know they suck, like Davon said, and it's your party. You can cry if you want to, but let's put some real life situation in this. When Russ went out there and went on that road out there and killed those people, they ain't cry like that, but now they crying because they losing football games. Come on, man. That's real life.
Yeah.
And I understand that. I may have been bad, but bad.
That's a totally different situation.
I know, but I'm just saying, like I know. So if you go to that context back, he was crying about. He's crying when they was losing, and he crying at the media, saying everything about him, and that They don't understand the struggle they go through to play football and, taking pills and getting iced up and getting shot before the game. But let's be honest, man. You know who wanted to play football? You did.
You signed up for it.
You know who making $1 million playing football? You are.
Yep. That is normal, folks. We out here. We watch you on TV.
That's part of your job description, man. That just kind of what comes with it. I mean, yeah, your team sucks right now. You thought it was gonna be better because y'all got Devontae Adams. I thought it was gonna be better. Hell, I had Carson, my starting quarterback, starting the season. I picked him first.
You did.
And I mean, it just didn't work out. I mean, it just didn't work out, man. So Carr is what it is. I think he's crying because he's worried about his future, because it's looking bleak right now. That may be what he's more worried about. But listen, Carr, you're not a terrible quarterback, man. I think your team is just honestly, I kind of put on your coach, man, because I expect more out of Josh McDaniels, man. And he hadn't put it together for you guys, and I'm kind of thinking that I think he's overrated as a coach. Because they got the players, man. Because I mean, Hunter Renfrow, he been showing himself all season. He's automatic. Yeah. He was a fantasy football god the past 2-3 seasons.
Yes, man. He's been that consistent player you can just depend on. You like get double digit. He ain't gonna get you like all-star numbers, but he'll get you your 10 to 15 every week consistently.
Right. And I know it hurts that your tight end hurt. I know he's been out. I know that hurts.
Yeah.
But still, this is football, man. And I feel like that passion and plea that he gave, yeah, I understand, but you shouldn't be crying on national TV like that. Just you say that in private in the locker room with your, with the team, and say how you feel, or maybe in a private interview, or sit down interview, but not in a press conference like that after a game.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you, Marque, because you should have just waited till he got to the car, man.
Just wait, man.
Look, don't even, or in general, it's like if you're feeling that emotional, just kind of like, look, we can talk about this later in the week. I'm just not feeling good right now. It's like, and then you go cry it out, you let all that out, and then when you're in a state of, I can handle myself, I can, present myself in a good fashion, then you go on. It's like, okay.
Crying on TV is only acceptable if you won a big game or important game, or you had some amazing way if y'all guys won. That's acceptable. Or if you lost in a very dramatic fashion, like kick six. If you lost in a very dramatic fashion.
Oh, that's okay. Oh,
that's okay.
You can cry.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's okay.
Gotcha.
That's okay. Because I mean,
not that you get your back blown out.
Yeah. Like the way the Jets lost today, it's okay because that hurt.
Yeah.
Or a family member died, and you played in the game, or you found out during the game, stuff like that, and you was playing for your loved one. That's different. But just because the season ain't going well, and you feel like people not understand what's going on, I mean, it's let's be honest, man. It's hard to be hard to have sensitive with people making millions of dollars, man. To play a game. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. It is, man, because. Well, think about it, man. We out here have to go to work. We bust our butts. We work from home, or we might go into the office, but we got to get up every morning. Dust it off. Put on a smile. And we go out there and do what we got to do. And we come home and collect the paycheck. Now we work hard for that paycheck, but it's still modest in compared to what they make.
Yeah.
And no, and don't get it wrong. I'm not saying that they don't work hard. What they do, because they do.
Oh yeah, they have to. You have to work hard to be in the NFL. Or any professional athlete.
Yeah, train their bodies, and man, a lot of them smart, man, because that's a lot they have to learn. Them playbooks are huge, and they got to learn a new playbook probably every week, and what they're gonna do. So, but the thing is, while you got some people out here who work hard jobs and we work, and they making way less than what we may be making. So they're not trying to get somebody who throws the football around for a living, crying about how hard their life is playing football.
Sure.
When they have to worry about feeding their families or worry about layoffs.
Yeah.
I didn't think I was going down that road, but it kind of just I just felt it had to be.
We get real here at the Cookout, man. We talk about real life at the Cookout.
Yeah, that's why I'm not. That's not for that crying and pouting on TV, man. Not for that. Not that.
Yeah.
Not that.
Not because you lose it. Like maybe you found out like your family member died,
Yeah.
stuff like that, stuff like that. Or like, your children in the hospital or or something crazy.
Right. It's nothing wrong being passionate for your team, man.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong being passionate for your team, and I get it. But if it don't work out this season and you do end up getting traded or moved or whatever, I mean, other GMs looking at what you did. That's like, this man, is he emotionally there? Is he available?
Yeah.
Like he gonna get in the game and is he gonna crumble? Is he gonna fold like wet paper?
Yeah. Like you can't show weakness in the football league because these are all men who are out to take your soul.
Yeah.
Like they trying to destroy you. Like let's be real. It's like because they fight for their livelihood every day. They could get kicked off the team for no reason.
Yeah.
Get dropped.
Hey, if I play defense, man, I'm playing the Raiders. I'm clowning on him, man. I'm gonna try to get his head. Oh, you gonna cry when I hit you now? Cry, baby. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I got you now. And you're gonna get mad. I'm getting your head. It's gonna affect the ball game, and you're gonna lose again.
Exactly. So yeah, you gotta hold your emotions. It's okay to let them out. Like my whole thing is, it's okay to let them out, but do it in a private setting. Do it in a private setting.
That tough guy stuff ain't cool. So I'm telling you.
No. But do it in a private setting. Cry on your wife's shoulder, or cry on your girlfriend's shoulder. Cry in your closet. Or cry in the car when you get done with the interview or whatever.
Right.
But not on camera. Not on camera because we just gonna make fun of you. And
get it out and move on, man. You know what I'm saying? Get it out and move on.
All right. Last question. Then we go on to the games of the week for week 12. So Marque asked this question because it's been his running joke for this season. Will the Eagles or the Bills make it to the playoffs? So
I'm gonna go
go
first.
ahead.
And I think I'm gonna change that a little bit. They're both gonna make it to the playoffs. Yeah. But which one's gonna get the wild card spot? That's the way it's running. And I think that the Philadelphia Eagles, man, I think they're gonna fold down the stretch.
Oh, come on, man.
Look, man, that first chicken that are in the last game today, they just barely escaped that last game.
What? Oh, come on, dude.
So I don't know if it's got in the way, but I kind of know how this kind of team works. They're gonna get down the stretch. They're gonna fold.
You've been afraid of their downfall for the
long. They're gonna be fighting. They're gonna be fighting for that playoff spot, that wild card spot. Dallas gonna win the division, and it's gonna be a wrap. Dallas will beat them, by the way, next month.
Oh, hot take. So,
as far as the Bills, I don't look. They really fight for a wild card spot. Like that's not even a joke because they're struggling. So, if Josh Allen can't get it together, it's a wrap for them. Wrap.
Well, Josh Allen is hurt, man.
Yeah,
he's hurt. They don't want to admit it, but he hurt.
Yeah,
he's just playing through it, and they beat the Cleveland Browns 31-23 today. So now they're 7-3. It's a good record, but it ain't 9-1 like the Eagles. Right. I don't know, man. I think the Bills are more on the cusp of worrying about making it, to the wild card spot than the Eagles are. I think the Eagles gonna win it.
I just don't like the Eagles.
And the truth finally comes out. It finally comes out. See, you know what started this? Miles Sanders. Started this.
Exactly. Yep.
That's
Miles Sanders, man.
Marque would never let that go.
I would never let that go, man.
Some things never die, y'all.
He legit, he almost run fantasy football for me, man. Miles Sanders.
He outright quit, not quiet quit on fantasy. He almost outright quit, not quiet quit on fantasy football.
Miles Sanders, you might end up becoming a Pro Bowl running back, but I would never draft you ever again. I don't care.
I can agree with the Miles Sanders state because I had him, and it was hard. It's hard because he has so much potential, but then he just don't show up.
Right.
Like today, Today's Miles Sanders is what I'm used to seeing, not
Right.
the Miles Sanders that everybody's been seeing this season.
Right.
But yeah, what you got, Vaughn? What you think?
I mean, I think that the Eagles are going to be securely in the playoffs. I don't think they're going to have an issue with making it to the playoffs. The Bills, it goes down to the health of Josh Allen. If he's going to be dealing with that injury, that's really going to leave him susceptible a lot, and leave the Bills susceptible to have to deal with some bad situations going forward. For the division, Miami looks very good in their division. Miami might be able to win that division, which is crazy to say, but they will make the playoffs. They will definitely make the playoffs. And hey, put it like this: if you're a top team, if you want put it like this, if you won your division and you got to play the Bills in a wild card, it's gonna be a tough matchup now. Bills, they're not gonna lay down. Hey, but put it like this: the Bills won't be crying on national television. I'll tell you that. They're not going to be doing that.
No.
I promise you that.
I bet you'll never.
They're not doing any of that.
No.
No. So,
see, this is why Derek Carr, you
careful.
don't cry on national TV because people just gonna make fun of it.
Be careful what you wish for if you want to play the Buffalo Bills.
Right.
I mean,
Now,
you got
do
the
you
Dolphins.
think it's like a downfall? You think it's a bad season if they make the wild card for the Bills though?
No.
Get them where they all had coming in. I know they may. Getting the wild card is making the playoffs technically, but if vying for a wild card spot, does that mean it's a bad season for the Bills?
I mean, I really don't think that they have to worry about like they're gonna make the playoffs. Like they did. I don't think they have to worry about that.
Are they? I'm looking at this again. Look.
I mean, guys,
wait,
look at the
wait.
standings. Look at the standings.
I got it. I'm about to bring it up.
Like who from the
No,
AFC?
I'm not pulling up the schedule. I'm pulling up the current. Let's see.
Okay, if you look at the AFC West, the only team that I see that is secure in that AFC West is the Chiefs. That's it. I mean, if the Chargers lose today, which is very possible, they'll be 5-5. The Raiders, we already know what they're doing. The Broncos, we already know who they are. So there's only one team, in my opinion, right now we can seriously take that's coming out of the AFC West, and they're gonna be that division slot, right?
I mean, this is. But look at this, man. 7-3, 7-3, 6-4, 6-4. This is like one game.
Right, but the Jets, bro, forget them, guys. The Jets, they're not doing anything. The Jets, they beat the Bills, but I guarantee you they won't beat the Bills again. They won't beat the Bills on the Bills' home turf. They won't do that, right? Okay, but let's just count the teams, guys. Let's just count the teams. Okay, we agree on the AFC West, right?
Right. Yeah. That's good.
Okay.
All right. Let's go down to the AFC West.
South, AFC. Okay. Yeah. AFC North. Okay. We got AFC North here. All right. You got the Ravens. So you got the Ravens and the Bengals. So you're gonna have one division winner and then probably a wild card. So that's one wild card right there.
Right. Ravens
that you can put in. That's one wild card. AFC South. You're gonna have one division winner. None of these guys are making the wild card.
Yeah. Titans a lot.
Right. Okay,
Titans a lot, yeah.
So we're gonna say one team from the AFC North is going to have a wild card, and we're going to say that two teams from the AFC East are going to have a wild card. That's the Bills and maybe the Patriots, Jets, Chargers. Like they're gonna make the playoffs, guys. These guys are not gonna fall out of the playoffs.
Ooh. It's going to get interesting if the Chargers beat the Chiefs. What if the Chargers beat the Chiefs tonight? That's going to be the interesting one.
If the Chargers do beat the Chiefs, the Chargers have to continue to win. That's their problem. Or they're going to continue to win.
Yeah, they can win a game.
I still believe, like, for example, like, you're going to be like, the Bills are going to have to, like, lose football games. Like, go on a crazy losing streak. Like, like Thanksgiving. They're playing, the Lions. They'll be a favorite in that game. I see them winning that game. I see them winning that game. I just don't see a scenario where they don't make the playoffs because there's 3 wild card teams. They would have to fall off a cliff not to make the playoffs. Josh Allen would have to be put on IR for them not to make the playoffs.
Right.
At this point.
Okay. Since we're looking at other schedules, we might as well look at the NFC. Just for all fun. So NFC East tight.
Cowboys dangerous, man.
It's tight.
The Cowboys are very dangerous, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie, Dak is showing himself right now. He's showing better command, which is what I've been asking him to do all season. Just show command in the offense.
He showed he had nuts.
You know what I mean? That's just what I see.
Seahawks, they could be a wild card team.
I mean, you could get a wild card team to come out of the NFC West.
Who, 49ers?
I think 49ers could be one. Mm-hmm.
It's possible. I mean,
Okay.
49ers or Seahawks, that division isn't over.
You got
I think
Vikings in this one.
I think 49ers might take over that spot actually from the Seahawks.
Ooh, hot take.
I mean, look. The Seahawks do not have that division locked up by any means.
But that didn't look good last week, man.
Yeah.
I mean, NFC North, the Vikings are going to win this division. There's going to be no wild card teams coming from the NFC North.
Definitely not.
NFC South, there's not going to be any wild card teams coming from the NFC South, guys. It's only going to be the division winner coming from this division, guys.
Yeah. So Bucks or Falcons?
I mean, right now, if you put my feet to the fire right now, I'm going with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah.
If you put my feet to the fire right now.
Me too. I just can't believe in the Falcons, man. They too inconsistent, man, to put trust in right now. Like, they're gonna mess around and lose to the Saints next time they play them. Guarantee it. Like,
And then it's over with. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, guys, if the Falcons can mess around and make this thing a game at the end of the season, I'll go to the game. I'll go to that Buccaneers versus Falcons game if the division is on the line. If the division is on the line, I'm going to go to the game and we're going to see what happens. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see what happens. But as of right now, the Falcons, man, I don't know.
They trash. At times. At times. I won't say they trash completely because they win a game.
The problem with the Falcons, man, is that I have an issue, man, dude. I have an issue with people, man, that don't act like they want it. Like they just don't act like they want it, man. It's like you have an opportunity right in front of you, and you act like you don't want it. I have a big issue with that, man. I have a big issue with that.
I feel you. They're not living up to their full potential because they don't want it bad enough. They're not hungry.
Maybe it's a balance of we want it, but realistically, when we get there, can we really achieve what we want to achieve, or should we just? Just suck and get us a great pick, and then let's try again next year.
But if you have the loser mentality, you always go.
I know, but I mean,
but if that was the case, but that's the thing, though. That's the thing, though. If that was the case, man, they'd be 3-8 right now.
That's true.
They'd be 2-9 right now.
They would have traded. They would have traded off everybody.
They had that mentality.
They would trade off Cordell Patterson. Just say, hey, we just go run with these two that we got left. We go trade off Kyle Pitts. Get him done.
You would have traded off. You traded off Grady Jarrett and anchor on your defensive line, who also has all the Grady commercials in Atlanta, Georgia. Man, if you guys go to Atlanta, he's on all the Grady billboards.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like you would have got rid of everybody if that was your mentality.
Yeah.
But that ain't the situation. But we gonna see. We're over halfway through the season. we got a little bit more time to speculate. Man, it's gonna be a fun playoffs. I'd say that much. It's gonna be a fun playoffs. Now games of the week from week 12. That's where we are. Last segment. So first comes first. We got the Bears versus the Jets. That's Mr. Marque Wright's game of the week. Give us some, pregame, analysts. Talk about your analysis of the game, pregame, what you expect to happen.
I think they're both desperate. Jets need to win a lot worse than the Bears do.
Yeah.
Honestly, the Bears should really just try to lose this game because they need draft pick. Like they need bodies. So without the Bears, we look like Justin Fields. He's confident. I think another season on his belt, Justin Fields, he might be something special next season.
Yeah.
So I think they need bodies. They need people. So I feel like the Jets they gotta have this win on Sunday or Thursday, whatever they play. But they gotta have this win, man, because they just need the numbers. I know it don't really help them division wise, but it's still helping in the overall because that division end up being a tie, and that could be a tiebreaker, head to head or who overall wins. So they just need to keep winning because the Jets need momentum, and they got to figure out who they are, and the Bears the perfect team for that. They can find out who they are because Michael Carter and James Robinson, they can't have the game they had today. They play the Bears, and there's no way I can't see Michael Carter. What was his stat line today, Davon?
8 rushing attempts, 19 yards, 1 reception, -2 yards.
Near 2 yards. Yeah.
It's no way he cannot repeat that performance again. So I don't
know about that one, Marquis. I don't know,
man. I think they're gonna set the tone against the Bears, man. Look, man, Atlanta ran through the Bears today, man. They ran right through them today. So I feel like the Jets got a chance, man, because the Jets ain't got to worry about relying on the pass game. I think they can just run the game, run the ball, control the clock, and eke it out. It's gonna be a close game though. They're not gonna blow them out.
Sure.
I don't think the Jets are capable of blowing anybody out.
Nah.
Yeah, that's my game. That's my game of next week.
Mm.
All right, Vaughn, you got Giants versus Cowboys division game.
Giants versus
Same
Cowboys,
record.
man.
Same record, man.
Division matchup, man. Same record. Thanksgiving Day game, man. This is gonna be a perfect game to watch, man. After you've eaten your Thanksgiving dinner, man. After you've eaten your Thanksgiving dinner, man, leave the kitchen, go over to the couch, man. Turn it on, man. This is gonna be one of the ones you're gonna watch. You're gonna want to watch on Thanksgiving, man. I'm gonna tell you this, man, and this is something that people may not even be thinking about right now, but this is just something that I'm thinking about. Hey, man, that could be emotional. Hey, who cares? I think the Dallas Cowboys are going to destroy the New York Giants.
Ooh.
I don't think this game is going to be close at all. I think the Cowboys are going to take care of business at home and destroy these guys. I think that they'll beat these guys by more than 2 touchdowns, 2 or 3 touchdowns. I think that's what I see happening in this game.
I'm gonna double down that with you too.
Destroy. Destroy.
Yeah,
Destroy is a strong word.
Yeah. I think they're going to destroy these guys.
Yeah, I think the Giants are heavily relying on the running game, and with Michael Parsons in the defense, and they know that it's a running game's coming. They're gonna clamp down, man. They're gonna force Daniel Jones to throw. So it's over then. It's a wrap.
Yeah, and you got much to throw to,
Exactly.
What Darius Slayton, I think, is still.
Yeah, he's still there. Yeah. Old man Slayton.
Hey, still getting it done, man. Still getting them checks.
Yep.
BMW, right? The BMW, right?
Black man working. Black man working.
Yep.
All right, and I got the Bills versus the Lions, and like we just talked about earlier, the Bills, they get close to just having a struggle season, compared to how everybody hyped them up in the beginning. Everybody's like, oh, instant Super Bowl winners. They got the defense, they got the offense, they got the quarterback, they got everything. Got the great coaching, whatever. Nothing's stopping them but themselves. And, it seems like they're going to look, the Lions are on a run. Should they beat the Bills? No. Do I think they'll beat the Bills? No. Is it possible though? Maybe.
No.
You know, I just hope the Bills don't sleep on the Detroit Lions. You know, I hope they got a little warm up. Are they playing in Buffalo or are they playing in
It's
Detroit?
in Detroit. It'll be in Detroit.
Oh, they should just stay there. Shit, they already there for this past game. They should might as well just
Yeah.
stay in Detroit.
Yeah. I think I kind of think that may have been like a plan. You know,
Yeah.
it's especially with Thanksgiving being a short week.
Yeah.
Short week preparation time from Sunday to Thursday, so they might have planned that out.
Yeah, just stay in Detroit, man. Shoot, y'all already there. But I think the Bills will win by statistics. They should win. They have all the weapons. I think Devin Singletary is going to start to awaken up like he did last season. Have his second half run. He'll have some, about like 70 to 80 yards rushing, a rushing touchdown, some receiving yards on the top of that. You'll have Diggs get Dig numbers. Hopefully he'll have a better stat line, which he had a good stat line today, but not the usual Diggs stat line we used to seeing. I mean, you'll have Isaiah McKenzie or you'll have Gabriel Davis get their touchdown, whichever one he decided to choose to throw to. Dawson Knox, he'll go back to being pedestrian, right when Marque decides to start him.
Can't trust tight ends, man.
And Josh Allen, if all is well with his arm, and other various injuries he might have that he's not talking about, I think they should be fine. I think they should have a good game. But I also have seen the Detroit Lions. They have got this resurgence in them. They've got the hunger. Jamal Williams, he had 3 touchdowns today, man. St. Brown, he's opening it up. With the Detroit Lions, it's going to be interesting. They're talking about Jameson Williams going to start after Thanksgiving game. So after this next week's game. So, I mean, they could be getting hyped up because they're like, oh, man, we get another quality receiver. Jameson Williams, Marque knows him,
Oh, roll tide.
I know. So he ain't no slouch. So I don't know, man. Could Detroit go on the run? Highly unlikely. But is it possible? Yes. So Bills win. I got them winning by at least a touchdown. But it'd be an interesting game, to say the least.
Sure.
Yeah. I think the Bills will cover it. Like whatever the spread is, man. Whatever the spread is, I think the Bills will cover it.
I think they will too, unless you get some kind of notification that Josh Allen is hurt. Now that will be interesting.
Yeah.
You know what? You may get a notification that he hurt. He's still gonna play. He's Cowboy, man.
Yeah, but do you sit out a game and just take an L for one game, or you risk your whole season?
I don't think they can afford it, man. He can't afford to sit out a game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, they'll be fine if he sits out a game.
Look, that's what I'm at. Like a game or your whole season.
No,
they'll be fine. Like guys, trust me, guys. Trust me. These guys are not missing the playoffs. It's not happening.
I mean, all you gotta do is stop running the ball. If you just stop running the ball, it'll be okay. But he can't help himself.
And yeah, it's like you see what happens when you start running the ball. Devin Singletary eats, and I love it because I have him in 2 leagues.
Look, bro, that's why it's called a football team. It takes all 11 to win the game.
That's why your position is called a quarterback, not a running back.
Exactly. You're the distributor of the ball, not a keeper of the ball.
Exactly. Well, guys, it's been great. Thank you for coming together. This cookout episode has been interesting. Got a lot of good takes. Week 12 is going to be interesting. I'm going to lick my chops, put some, Neosporin on my wounds, try to heal up. It's rough this season, man. I'm wishing Vaughn the best. I hope he watches the game at least somewhat. You're not gonna watch the game, Vaughn? Come on, man.
Dude, guys. I'm going to watch the game, okay? I just don't have any expectations for the game. Okay, that's it. That's all, guys. I just don't have any expectations for the game.
Eckler touchdown number 3 for today.
Look, man, Austin
That's
Eckler,
all I
man,
want to
I
hear.
need Austin Eckler, man. I need you to take a chill pill today, okay? I need you.
Oh,
I
he said
need
he
you to
needs you to
calm
lay
down.
down. He said you need to
Yeah,
lay down.
I need you to calm down, man. I don't need you to get hurt, man. I think you take a break.
You know
Just to
Eckler's
stay on the
RB1.
sidelines for a second.
You know Eckler's RB1 and receiver 1. You know that.
I know.
But like we just said before, know your job position. You're a running back. You're not wide receiver. Stay in your lane.
Mm.
All right, guys. Hey, it's been great. Appreciate it as always. Look out for more content on the Fantasy Cookout. We'll be posted on IG. And check out Trade for Yourself podcast every Wednesday. Hit the Wakanda. Oh my God. Check out the Trade for Yourself podcast every Wednesday at 7, man. Hey, y'all guys
Yeah,
be
man.
blessed. Have a good week. Make them smile. Right, Marque?
Make him smile, man. Never
Make them
forget.
smile.
See you guys.
Sayonara.